What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about CTR Nitro Fueled, otherwise known as Crash Team Racing. And guys, let me just say, I've been playing a lot of this game recently. I was a fan of the original back in the PS1 days. As a matter of fact, it was one of the most challenging games I've ever played when I was like 5 years old. And so I'm here basically talking about my experiences now in 2019 with the whole remake and everything. And let me just say that it is completely amazing. As a fan of the racing games, specifically the Mario Kart series, CTR is no other game that I would include as one of the better racing games. Now, I just want to break this video down into like two portions. As you can probably already tell by this video, I'm going to be talking about how Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is a pretty skill-based racing game. And not going to lie, I did come in thinking, yeah, I know this is going to be hard. I had past experiences with this, and I came back with the same like awe-shocking factor that I also had when I first started playing the original. It was hard, obviously, as I keep mentioning, and the fact that it was just such a different, I guess, gameplay than Mario Kart 8 or even like Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. Can't say anything about what's the new one called? Freaking Sonic Team Racing, or Team Sonic Racing. Jeez, the names are just like mixed up for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway, that's besides the point. Like it's sort of different. My experience with it was just like, yeah, it's kind of bumpier, and in a sense, what I mean by that is it's actually more reliant on jumps and momentum in this game. And like I'm going to compare this a lot with Mario Kart 8 because that's the other Mario Kart or the other racing game I've been playing that's in this genre. And so, yeah, it's bumpier, it's jumpier. It relies a lot about like how fast you are and how high you can get to do these like amazing shortcuts or being able to get the most optimal speed possible or whatever it may be. It's just very heavily reliant on these ideas, and that's so cool like about this game compared to Mario Kart. Because I just feel like it's a lot more skill-based than the Mario Kart luck, you know, what I'm talking about with the items. You're kind of more reliant, I feel like, with items in Mario Kart 8, especially if you're really good with items smuggling. Like, if you are able to pass, like, everyone, and then you use a bullet bill in first place, and you're honestly done. With CTR, it's kind of like, if you fall in the back already, you have to rely on like how well you can power slide. And in this game, you can power slide up to 3 times, as opposed to Mario Kart 8, where you charge up to a third boost. So it's pretty different. I feel like it's more, you have more of this idea of like, okay, I want to do one mini turbo stat and then change my direction completely. So I just feel like there's more freedom is the word I'm trying to look for. And really, like with the items, as I was mentioning earlier, with CTR, they're less aggressive than Mario Kart 8, as of I noticed recently online. I guess like in the beginning it's kind of aggressive because, you know, everyone's fighting for the first place spot in the beginning, and I feel like being first right away screws you over because everyone will attack you with bombs or missiles or whatever it may be, and it can be pretty hectic, not gonna lie. But again, the items are less aggressive in a sense where like there's less things that will hit you most of the time. When it does happen, it does become like Mario Kart 8's aggressiveness, but like it's not as often in my opinion. And so that's what I like about CTR. It's more reliant on like how well you can play than your items. Like for example, the missiles in this game, they're like kind of like the Mario Kart 64 red shells, where yeah, they home on your enemy, but if they're not in sight, they're not going to be like searching for that whoever's in front of you, and they're kind of just like gonna die if they're not in line of vision. Stuff like that. Even the bombs aren't as like reliant because they're kind of like morphed in the physics in this game. Like if there's a slope, it will literally go towards that direction that slope is facing. Like if it's going slanted on the right side, then it's going to go way to the right. So I just feel like a lot of the items won't be very usable, as you need to really like power slide, as I mentioned before, power sliding and being able to do those tricks. And they're kind of like Mario Kart, yeah, sure, but a lot of the shortcuts, as I was mentioning earlier, I'm going to show like some of these like throughout the video. You're going to see like you have to time things like really precisely if you want to get them done right. And I didn't even know Hyper Speedway had this really cool one. I just followed everyone in that specific moment in time, and I was just like, whoa, this exists. This is incredible. And I just feel like, you know, I keep again comparing Mario Kart 8. A lot of the shortcuts are kind of like, yeah, if you have a mushroom or like a star, you just go through like a piece of sand, I don't know why I said that, like a body of sand or a body of grass or whatever it may be. So I just feel like there's a lot of freedom, again, as the word keeps coming back, freedom in the CTR, and just the idea that it's pretty hectic. And you guys should definitely try this game out. This is a really fun game. It's more of me just saying, hey, try this out. And I'm not saying Mario Kart 8 or any other Mario Kart isn't as skillful as CTR. I just feel like from what I've been saying this whole time, it's more reliant on how well you can play, how well you can drive and catch up. And also, there's this really cool blue flame effect where, like, if you get the biggest turbo boost at the moment, like from a panel, for example, and you keep that boost going, you will go super fast for a very long time. Like if you don't hit any walls, if you hit the perfect turbo or perfect power slide each time, then you're going to be going far and far until you mess up, which is pretty crazy. Like I've played a lot of hours already of this game, and I just gotta say there's a lot of good people, and also it hurts my hands and wrists after a while because of how precise I need to, you know, be able to keep either the blue flame or just being able to play consistently well. So yeah, I gotta say though, like Mario Kart 8, while I am comparing it to CTR since it's like the most recent-ish racing games I've been playing, and it's not the best comparison because there's other Mario Karts as well, and my favorite Mario Kart is actually Mario Kart Wii. If you guys have been following me with my JCMK Wii, which is dead at the moment, so hopefully I'll, you know, bring that back to life at some point. But yeah, Mario Kart Wii could be actually pretty comparable to CTR, because as I was mentioning before, it's the game CTR heavily relied on like jumping and your momentum and speed. It's the same way with Mario Kart Wii. I've noticed just as of recently when I'm trying to figure out how to talk about in this video, Mario Kart Wii as well. When you try to time your jumps, you go a certain height, a certain angle. It's the same way with here. It's a lot of that. So I feel like it's a cool correlation. I just find it how, I like Mario Kart Wii, therefore I'll probably like CTR because of the same, you know, the same congruency. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this today, guys. CTR Nitro Fueled. I've been playing this on the Nintendo Switch. As I've always and been saying this throughout this whole video, it's awesome. Definitely give it a try if you have Nintendo Switch. Could be PS4, Xbox. The PS4 is really good as well, but I chose the Switch just for, you know, content purposes, and I like the Pro Controller. Finding people online is relatively easy. It's not as full as a PS4 as I've seen through YouTube videos, but there are a lot of people playing the game, and there's a lot of good people online, I gotta say myself. I barely get first place, and I've been playing it for a while. Not saying I'm like really good, but I feel like I'm pretty decent at the game, and I'm still learning things here and there. So if you guys are finding a racing game for the summer to play, I recommend CTR Nitro Fueled for any of the platforms that you guys own at home. It's nothing you should miss out on if you're really into the racing genre. I honestly rate it a really high racing game, probably as challenging as the original back in PS1. However, I do find the controls easier because you actually have an analog stick. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I kind of wanted to make this actually for those who are unsure about CTR Nitro Fueled, if it was worth it or anything. So I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents, my experience thus far, and how it's a pretty skill-based racing game. And I'm not trying to bash on Mario Kart whatsoever. I just want to make this video to state that CTR is a really good game and should be tried out. And I guess, in my opinion, that CTR is a lot more enjoyable to me right now than Mario Kart 8. And I feel like it's more of the reason that Mario Kart 8 has been out since 2014. If you're not counting the deluxe version, the whole thing has been out since 2014. And in my opinion, the gameplay isn't as good as Mario Kart Wii's. That's just my opinion, and I just feel like it's not as memorable as something like Mario Kart Wii's physics or CTR's physics. So that's what's making it super enjoyable for me right now. Just that whole idea of it having this over that. And if you want my honest opinion, I think I still like Mario Kart Wii just a tad more than CTR. More so the characters and the wackiness, I don't know. So yeah, if you found this video super informative, be sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more CTR in the channel in the future, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out!